For this exercise, I'm going to take this soft glass rod, which has kind of some a Maria and just a broken end, and convert it into a stirring rod. And I've got the position of the camera on my left, so that will hopefully give a good perspective of how I'm manipulating the glass. So first, cradling the glass rod. This is a 5mm soft glass rod. Cradling it and rotating it as such. This particular rod is probably 7 inches or so in length. I'm going to shorten it even more. So for my hand, this is fine. It could be a little bit longer. So I bring this into the flame, and you can see how I'm rotating. Now, again, for rotation, you can do the full rotations either away from you or towards you, or if you feel more comfortable, you can go back and forth. Sometimes with smaller glass rods, I will rotate just using the back and forth method, simply because the glass is so small that doing the full rotations is a little weird. Now that I've pulled off that broken end, I'm going to create a gather. So again, I'm moving out of the flame, so you can see again my hand position. Again, there are several ways to do this. I could hold it with my left as well, but I'm going to go in with my right. And the key for making a gather is you have to be patient. It's going to start heating it up. I will speed this up in a moment. You'll see the end start to soften, start to heat. And what I like to do is I will tilt the glass where the rod is pointing up. That essentially is bringing heat up into the rod. You can think of it that way. And then once it becomes more molten, I'll shift my hand position and then bring it back down, and this will help the glass droop towards me, and I'll alternate that. Now, one of the things that's starting to happen, because I'm not paying as well of attention as I should, I need to make sure I don't get off center as I'm doing this. And this is something that you'll find the more experience you have, the easier it becomes, obviously. But you still need to, again, keep focus on it. One thing that I've found is, again, your experience will typically pay off in the beginning, where you'll basically make a clean cut or a bend or something like that, and then you'll have less work to do to fix it later on. So for example, as I'm gathering up this glass, if I get a big blob of it off center quickly, that just gives me a lot more work to do later on. But if I'm patient and keep everything centered as I'm working, when I get to the end stage, there won't be as much work to do. So that's pretty good. So right now, I'm coming out of the flame, and notice I'm still doing my rotations. This is a very good habit. You want to make sure you keep doing your rotations, whether it's the full rotation or a partial rotation like this. just to let the glass stay centered as it cools down. Once this glass has fully cooled down, I will heat this end, make a gather, and then I will use the tweezers to mash the glass. Okay? So at this point, I can place it on a work surface that is temperature resistant, let it cool down and go from there.